Well, welcome to Gaza, exactly 1 year on from the war in which well over 2,000 people died. This devastated place is still very much under siege. There are huge restrictions on building materials coming in. The Israelis are extending the dual-use lists of materials that might just be used as weapons, including, according to a Norwegian diplomat here, planks of wood of a certain thickness. Nevertheless, Israel has talked in the last week of allowing some materials in for the first time for the reconstruction of houses that were completely destroyed. Now, the Palestinians trapped here have a drone and have been filming the never-changing landscape of demolition wrought by the war. Vast carpet of unrecognizable rubble stretching mile upon mile. Well, I arrived here this morning to look for change, any change, since I left here a year ago in the midst of the war. Gaza's frontier welcome, residential damage and devastation. The journey into town, a surprising and all too brief whiff of normality. But then we reach Shaja'ir, the shocking aftermath of war 1 year on, more than 2 square miles of it. This, once the Al Tawfiq Mosque, its minaret stripped bare. Children scavenging for anything saleable, old men too, and one working digger toiling alone. This was a developed residential area, with plumbing, electricity, fridges, televisions, computers even. Now only the mosque's broken books speak to the civilization that lived here. No one single new house has yet been built to replace the 12,000 destroyed. Last week, a deal was finally signed to allow materials in to build them. Amongst the wreckage, and someone's expression of sympathy, families. 2 families totaling 19 people live here in this makeshift shelter. The men take it in their stride. Salam. But Mohammed tells me it's worse for women.
We're suffering psychologically, women more than men. I can't go on like this. Not even animals would live like we do.
And the children. Sajida is 10. She tells me she's still having nightmares. The boy, Mahmoud, is 11. He's chewing his hands with nerves. And his mother tells me he's wetting his bed. Save the Children report 75% of the children they've surveyed here are wetting themselves at night. There is only one significant new building going up in Gaza today, the St. John's Eye Hospital, funded through international charity. Its trustee, Dr. Majid Abu Ramadan, the mayor of Gaza, shows me round.
And then here we have all around its clinics,
yep.
You see?
From the roof, he shows me the wreckage of the main government offices, bombed to pieces in the war before last.
That was the main ministry complex.
Only the gatehouse remains. Well, we're joined now by Dr. Majid Abu Ramadan, who you just saw in my film. He's also the mayor of Gaza City. Dr. Majid, how is it that you can put a building up and nobody else has put any buildings up at all? Is it to do with the siege, which is continuing, or is it bad management?
No, the siege is continuing. The siege is the most important factor. In spite of all what we hear about the money, but actually nothing really reached Gaza. The siege is like you have a drop of rain in a vast desert, and this is the new policy. Just giving drop here and drop there, that will build nothing. Moreover, the dispute and the rift between, the political rift between Gaza and Ramallah is affecting us very much, as well as you look to all that rebel, you cannot just wipe it and start rebuilding. You need almost an army to redo that. An army destroy it, and you need an army of creating people in order to rebuild it.
We have with us Nidal. Nidal, this is your house. That was your living room. I've seen your own bedroom furniture on the floor there. You had a relative over there, a relative up there, and another one here. Now, how is that clan structure ever going to be restored after all this?
It's very difficult to restructure. For example, here we used like 10 people, one family will live together. It was enough in the past that one person will work and then the 10 will eat and have food. Now, when they are displaced all over the place and relocated, that will never be happening again. The other issue is, it's like a big building, and each smaller family will have a room. Now, you cannot redo the same system. It's gonna cause a lot of social problems, not only building and the stones, but only on the human factor. This will be devastating effects.
Dr. Majid, thank you very much. And just to stress, the siege does continue. It even affects telephony.